Yo, what's good everyone? OJ here and welcome to another video. Today we've got some great information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting off with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. This game has exploded in sales in the UK, selling more than 116,000 copies, and that is not including digital. We have also a bunch of other information and facts and all sorts of stuff from the launch of this, how it compared to some of the Pokemon games on the Nintendo 3DS, boosting Nintendo Switch hardware sales, and more. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee sales were some of the biggest and strongest that the Nintendo Switch has seen so far, and the first region to report these sales are the UK. So at this point, what we do know is that the game sold 116,000 copies physical only, not including digital, and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu was the more popular version by quite a bit. Now, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu was on the charts at number 4 in the UK, and then Eevee was at number 6. When you combine them, it was the top game sold. Now, when you compare to some of the other mainline Pokemon games that recently came out, like Pokemon Sun and Moon, the sales were down quite a bit, but if you compare that to something like, let's say, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, it actually outsold that by quite a bit. Now, if you compare to, like, let's say, Pokemon X and Y, that game sold 124,000, and Pokemon Let's Go was right there at 116,000, and Pokemon X and Y's digital sales were nowhere near the amount that Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee probably did. People are buying digital a lot more now than they did back then. So here's some more interesting information. So game industry is also pointing out some extra things here. So there were some stock issues in the UK. So that means fewer units came in, and there were some warehouses that weren't able to fulfill pre-orders. So that's unfortunate. And many stores did sell out of copies as well. And here's another thing, guys. The Nintendo 3DS, even back when all of these Pokemon games came out, had a much bigger install base. So I don't know how much bigger, but I know it was bigger, definitely much bigger when Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon and all those games were coming out. Maybe not so much X and Y, but definitely bigger with X and Y and all of those games because it had been multiple years since those came out. Now, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is out in less than 2 years since the Switch has launched. So it just goes to show you that the sales here are really impressive because we're not even counting digital here, and pretty much in every single region, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are like 1 and 2 on the eShop. So you definitely know there's going to be some big sales there. Heading into Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, there was a lot of controversy with this title just because of how it was, how it deviated from the previous Pokemon games and mainline ones there, but I think at the end of the day, people just saw Pokemon and it was fun. Yes, there's Pokemon Go. I think that's the biggest thing here. There's probably fans that Nintendo was able to tap into to get them to buy a Switch and to get them to buy Pokemon. That's where you're seeing some of the new users come in, but I also think that it's a good beginning Pokemon adventure game for people who just want to get into it. Then maybe by next year, you're ready for that bigger Pokemon game that's going to come. So overall, it's a good thing. The sales are explosive starting out here, and we should see even bigger sales in France, in Japan, and also here in the US. I wouldn't be surprised to see that this game topped 5 million units plus in its opening first few days on the market. So what do you guys think about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and the sales that the game has had so far just in the UK that we've gotten? What are you predicting for the media create? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving to the next topic here, we have something that's kind of interesting and you don't see quite a bit, and that is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, as of the time that I'm recording this video, is actually currently unavailable on Amazon, one of the largest retailers for video games in the world. And it's very weird to see this type of game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, not be available for physical pre-orders. So pre-orders are essentially sold out at this point to where they can secure more, so you don't have the issues that the UK was having with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But usually when you see this is when the game comes out and it does better than what people thought it was going to do. For example, Octopath Traveler. That game had currently unavailable, but not before the game was launched with pre-orders. This was after the game came out and it did much better than people thought. So Amazon ran out of copies for a bit of time. For them to kind of run out or be like, hey, you know what, we're not going to be able to fill some pre-orders at this point, just shows that this is a massive game for them. And even if you look at the top game sales for 2018 on Amazon, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has the most, even though it's not been released yet. Now, these are all based on pre-orders, but that's impressive because a lot of the other games that it's up against are already out. So it counted their pre-orders and also the picked up sales. So this is very, very good for Nintendo. Obviously, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is going to be a huge game, but we could see sales, guys. And I know I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but we could see sales upward of 7 to 8 million units within the first day or so of this game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's how it's looking like with these pre-order sales that are coming in here from Amazon, and what I'm hearing with Best Buy when it comes to some of their pre-orders nationwide. And then on top of that, what we're seeing with like Super Smash Bros. On the eShop and the preload and what people are doing there and getting their codes and stuff like that, this game is just going to do massive. So I would think, yes, it can sell 7 million plus day 1 or 2, and then for the month it can easily top 10 million units, easily top 10 million units going through to December and then into January when everybody's using the gift cards as well. Expect this game to do very, very well, and maybe even for Nintendo to report sales of somewhere around 12 million when they do get into their financial reports and everything. So it definitely could be that big, and I'm excited because Super Smash Bros. Is easily one of my top Nintendo franchises. Top 3, I would say, definitely top 3, and I put it right up there with Fire Emblem, Xenoblade, Smash Bros. That's like the holy grail, the Triforce for me when it comes to Nintendo games. So obviously I'm excited for this, and I'm happy that the game is doing very well. I've already purchased a couple copies myself. We're going to be giving away a couple copies as well, so this game is going to be huge. So what do you guys think about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate doing this well so far on Amazon before the game's even out, selling out? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the final topics here, Girls in Panzer Dream Tank Match DX has been officially announced for the Nintendo Switch. So Girls in Panzer Dream Tank Match DX, an enhanced version of Girls in Panzer Dream Tank Match originally released for the PlayStation 4, will add new tanks as well as new characters from the Girls in Panzer Das Final Part 1, including BC Freedom High School's Reina Edo, Ruka, Oshida, and Marie, and the members of Shark Team. Now, more information was not released, but it will be revealed at a later date, and it's great to see more Bandai Namco support coming in, and recently, they've been pretty good with the Nintendo Switch with some of their titles. We got Dragon Ball FighterZ that just recently launched. That was really good. We also got Naruto trilogy of games that came out. We also had One Piece come out as well. So Bandai Namco has been on a little bit of a roll. We got Digimon Survive for next year, and of course, this game as well. So shout outs to Bandai Namco for bringing that support. It's already on the PlayStation 4, but you can get apparently a version that's going to have some more content in here and everything from the PS4 version of the game. And I'm guessing there might be a free update for the PS4. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do everything or if it's not already out, but good stuff for Girls in Panzer Dream Tank Match fans out there that you can get a Switch version. You can be able to play anywhere that you want. So that's definitely a good thing. Now, I do want to move over to another Japanese game that's going to be getting a localization here in the West, and that is World End Syndrome for the PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch. That game is coming in spring 2019, and this is from Arc System Works. So Arc System Works will release mystery visual novel World End Syndrome for the PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch in North America and Europe in spring 2019. The publisher has announced. Now, in Japan, World End Syndrome was released for the PlayStation 4, Switch, and PS Vita on August 30th. So you guys can check out some more of the Japanese overview trailer here. And what I'm happy about with these games that we're starting to get more of the obscure titles over to a Nintendo platform. And I've talked about this before, but really there hasn't been a ton of newer announcements when it comes to it. But I'm really happy that we're getting these because these are the type of games that came out on the PS Vita and the PlayStation 4 all throughout the Wii U era. And we never got these games on the Wii U. We never got these visual novels. We never got these things. Japanese developers just said, nope, not going to develop on the Wii U for whatever reason. They just had the PS Vita, so it was easy for them just to put games on the PS Vita and also on the PlayStation 4. So I'm really happy to see Arc System Works, Bandai Namco, a lot of these developers kind of put together resources and funds and get that stuff out on the Switch. And it's all due to the type of system that the Switch is being popular in Japan, not just being popular in one region, but being popular in Japan and also in the West. So where developers say, okay, we can take the money and time to actually put it out on the Nintendo Switch and release different versions of their game games and enhanced versions and things like that. So it's actually really cool that World End Syndrome, from what I understand, is actually a really good visual novel that Arc System Works has put out. I haven't played the Girls and Panzer game, but either way, I think it's cool that these type of games are coming over. It brings variety to the system. I know people really like visual novels. They're not the biggest games out there, but people play these games. Otherwise, developers would have stopped making them a long time ago. So it's cool to see it. It looks like it's going to be an interesting visual novel for those who are into it, and I'm looking forward to seeing more support from Bandai Namco, Arc System Works, and a lot of these other Japanese developers out there. I think it's cool that they're finally developing on the Nintendo Switch in a meaningful way and bringing over a lot of stuff that they bring over to the PS4, bring it over to the Nintendo Switch. And I think probably next year we're going to see more from Bandai Namco. Arc System Works is going to put out more. BlazBlue Central Fiction is coming over to the West as well. So good stuff all around. So what do you guys think about these different games here, in addition to Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, how well that game is selling? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate currently selling out on Amazon and everything else. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the internet, in addition to YouTube. Also make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access also to cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube membership. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next video. Peace!